You tell a story. He does too. Can he one up you? Well, that's up to you. Tell your best tale, and you never know. You could be a winner on the One Upper Show.
Okay, and welcome back to the One Upper. I'm your host, Ted Blazak. We're in Coeur d'Alene, but we're not in a bar today. We're actually at a farmer's market, which is really nice. And we got lucky. It's a sunny day, but we're in the shade, which is comfortable, and we're meeting a lot of great people. And we've got another great guest on the show. And what's your name, sir?
Cameron Bamron.
Cameron. Okay. And where are you from, Cameron?
Right here in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
All right. All right. A local. Great. So I hear you got a pretty good story.
I do.
All right. Lay it on us.
All right. So back in 2005, I'm sure many of you guys know of a band called Phish.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
They
Sure.
announced that they were going to break up, but they later on got back together.
Yeah.
Being that they were going to break up, I definitely needed to go to their last show.
Sure.
So I packed up a backpack with one change of clothes, got a bus ticket round trip from here to Vermont
Yeah.
to go see Phish break
A
up.
bus from Idaho
Coeur
to
d'Alene,
Vermont,
all the way to Burlington, Vermont.
which is like 3,000 miles
4 days.
on the
4 days.
Greyhound.
4 days one way, 4 days back.
All right. That's a
So-
dedicated fan.
Yeah, so I got one change of clothes, show up to this concert, rain is pouring down, cars are
Oh.
getting stuck. They're telling everybody they need
Oh.
to turn to go home.
Oh.
This is a Phish crowd. They're
Right.
not going to run away from that. So let's see, long story short, there was about an estimated 60,000 extra people that showed up.
Oh, my.
So the porta potties filled up quick.
Did you have tickets for the show?
I did. I
Okay.
did have tickets. So the porta potties filled up quick. Mind you,
Yeah.
got one change of clothes.
Yeah.
So I start going around and I open all these doors. And,
Yeah.
every single one of them has a pile of, can I say shit?
Yeah, we're on the internet.
Shit.
Yeah,
So there's
it
every
sounds
every one of
horrible.
these porta potties had
Yeah.
a pile of shit that was literally
Oh.
peeking above the rim of the toilet
Oh,
seats.
that's so nasty.
You know, just
Oh.
too many people showed up,
Oh.
and there was no gates or nothing. It was just farmland. Anybody could walk on. So
Oh.
people did.
Yeah.
Anyway, I found one that I thought was kind of, the best choice, I suppose.
The best and the most horrible, disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I stayed sober for this show.
Oh,
I
wow.
smoked a little pot, but
Yeah.
I stayed totally sober
Yeah.
as far as drinking or doing any of that other fun stuff.
Yeah.
So, and then, it's a bunch of drugged out hippies
Yeah.
pooping in these things.
Yeah.
So it's a soft, consistent, like applesauce.
Oh.
So I
This story is gross, man.
can't wait to can't wait to hear you one up me. So I found one and the turds were like kind of level with the
Okay.
seat. So I take
Okay.
my pants off and I wrap around my head and I pop a squat.
Uh-huh.
And my, sober, healthy turd lands on this druggy turd. It splatters all over my legs.
Oh, God. Oh, God. God, this is so
Is this the
foul.
kind of story you're looking for?
This is a little unusual, a little more gross than, yeah, but
So,
it's pretty good.
So anyway, it was raining outside, so I went and got a bunch of mud, threw it on my legs, used my feet to scrub it all up,
Oh,
put some
well.
hand sanitizer on there, went to
Yeah.
the water tower, rinsed off.
Oh, well, that's good. Sounds like you cleaned up.
But but there's no showers, I still had another 3,000 miles to come home with my one change of clothes.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So
Okay.
that's not dedication to
Yeah.
going to see Phish. I don't know what it is.
You're a real Phish fan. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. So, okay. Okay. So your story is a dedicated fan who went a little unprepared to a concert.
Well, I couldn't bring much. I was going on the bus.
I know, but one change of clothes. I mean,
I was hanging out with a bunch of dirty hippies. Why? They don't care.
Okay. All right.
You know?
Well, okay. So because I think I have a story. I don't know if it necessarily is a one up you, but it's some. I think so actually, and it's a concert story, but it's not a porta potty thing.
All
But
right,
it's
all right.
about going unprepared to a concert.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm in Colorado, Boulder. I'm like 19 years old, and I'm just spending the summer there, working as a janitor and partying hard with every other hippie around. And I used to be a major deadhead. I never got into fish, but I
Yeah.
but I got more into Jerry, and then David Grisman, and then I got into the whole bluegrass
Oh yeah.
scene. Yeah. So in Telluride, Colorado, they have this amazing bluegrass festival every year, and it's in this steep box canyon way up in the mountains, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Um, and some friends are going, and at the last minute, these guys say, "Oh yeah, anybody want to go? We got room in our car. You got to help pay gas." I kind of know these guys, but barely. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going totally. And I have like $20 in my pocket, and I'm wearing a tie dye and cut off shorts, and I'm stupid because I'm only 18 or 19.
Yeah.
So I was stupid about everything. And I bring no change of clothes. I bring absolutely nothing with me. And it's a 3-day festival. All I do is I have the $20, which according to these guys is enough to cover my share of gas. So anyway, so we start making this long drive, and I play navigator, and I'm like, oh, get this, I know how to get there, blah blah blah, and I give him this route, and we get there, and it's this one road, and they are closed the whole road because they're cutting down logs that have been falling on the road. So it's like 10 p.m. at night, and they say, shut off your car. You're going to have to wait here 6 hours. So we wait. We sleep in the car. Blah blah blah. We get to the place. The guys are pretty not cool to me anymore
Yeah.
because I'm a lousy navigator. So like we gotta get to the concert, and they're like, see ya, bud.
Oh
We'll
no, they
catch you for
left you.
the wow, they wasn't that bad. They were still gonna give me a ride home. But anyway, I go there, and I'm just hanging out, and I hook up with someone who knows someone who's working security, and they have this deal where if you volunteer and you work in the parking lots during the day, they give you free tickets to go to the show at night.
All
So
right.
I'm totally psyched,
Yeah.
right? So I hook up on this thing, or I hear about it. I start to talk to them. They say, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come back tomorrow. We're all full today." But it's this box cannon, right? And it's way in the mountains, and it's like 95 degrees at noon, and then all of a sudden at 6 o'clock, it's like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
The sun goes down, and it's freezing, and I've got nothing. And I go looking for these guys because I'm hoping I can sleep in their car.
Yeah.
They've got a tent. They're smarter than I am. And but I can't find them. And I'm just looking, I'm like just shivering. And I find this barn on the outskirts of town, and there's a couple of horses in there. And I just sneak in and I crawl into this stall where there's this big pile of hay, and I steal a horse blanket and I fall asleep. And I had the best night's sleep. It was great. It was heaven. It was really great. And then all of a sudden, though, early in the morning, there's this woman standing over me in this English writing outfit, and she's got a crop whip and the hat and blah blah blah. And she's taking the crop whip and she's hitting me with it. Well, I'm on the blame. I'm, what's going on? And she goes, "Fucking get here. And I go, what time is it? And she goes,
Yeah.
it's 7. Leave. So I get up and I start wandering away, go around, find somewhere to pee, start heading to where I'm supposed to go work for security for the day. I see the woman I'm supposed to report to. I'm just about to walk up to her, and then I see the woman from the barn in her horse riding outfit go up to her and start to complain about a smelly hippie in the bar sleeping near her horse. And she's blah 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 blah, and she's giving all these intimate details. And I'm literally hiding behind a parked car, listening to all this. And it was this really nice lady. She had the clipboard, the walkie-talkie. She was like 8 months pregnant, but she was in charge, and it was obvious. And she said, "Yes, yes, I'm so sorry. As soon as we find that guy, we'll turn him in to the police." Blah blah blah. And she walks away. And then I don't know what to do. I've got nothing to lose. I've got no money. So I just go up to her and say, I'm here to report for work. And she looks me up and down and she goes, uh-huh. And she goes, I'll tell you what, we're going to have you work that parking space far out of the way from anyone else. No one's going to see you over there. And you just watch that space. And I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I got the tickets and I got to see the show. And the next night, since it was so cold, I hitchhiked a ride home. So I didn't stay for the whole thing. All right. But that's my concert going unprepared, desperate story. But there was no poop involved. There was no crazy 60,000
Well, it was
hippies
an
either.
adventure and you had
Yeah,
fun, right?
yeah. So I'm going to say yes, thank you. And
Yeah.
you too, right?
Oh, yeah.
You had a great time?
I did.
But I also didn't have to travel all the way across the country. So parallel stories,
Yeah.
but I'm going to give it to you,
Yeah.
and you're going to win the T-shirt.
Awesome.
Okay?
Thanks, man.
All right. Now, what's your name again?
Cameron.
Cameron.
Yep.
Now, if you can top Cameron's story or my story, if you've gone through a crazy concert experience where you've been unprepared or exposed to far too much porta potty poop, then we would like to hear from you. So please email your story to the oneupper.show@gmail.com, or visit us at our webpage, the oneuppershow.com, or hear us on Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, or wherever you hear your podcasts. And is there anything else you like to mention or share before we go? No, that's it. All right. Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
The One Upper Show is brought to you by Trailblazing Canvassers and the Burning Sage Productions.